Ooh. Oh, she is like dead, bro. Oh, she is dead. Wait, D Herta is the worst DPS in the entire Apocalyptic Shadows. What crack is bro on without ChatGPT? That is basically the dynamic of a Twitch chat. In any case, hey guys, Mr. Star, back at it again. Today, I bring to you guys the latest news, and that is gonna be Ethereum Restart Season 5. Okay, that is gonna be another ad. Not sponsored, by the way. In any case, we do have ourselves the analytics for Apocalyptic Shadows, featuring the first ever set of data in Starward mode. So there's gonna be more of this upcoming for Pure Fiction as well as Memory of Chaos. But I figure, what are people using to clear Starward mode in the big 2.6, and how truly difficult Starward mode is? Can people even clear Starward mode? All questions shall be revealed right here as we take a peek. So we have 13,000 people from these buckles over here, which is very, very good. Only based on AS Stage 4, E0, or Lycons. And there it is. Sparksy as a sub DPS, coming in the fastest average clear of a 36, 3.5, and 3.2, followed by a Yao Guang on a 67.91% appearance, which is absolutely fucking insane. So I think it is pretty safe to say majority of HSR players have succumbed to the elation slop, or the aha slop, or whatever that's gonna be. Yo, Cole, where's our aha slop emote? Let's get that, right? And then for our best elate, the classic aha silver war, right? The war between elation, right? Who is a better elation main DPS? Well, it turns out that Evanesia is gonna be doing slightly faster by 7 action value compared to the Silver Wolf level 999. But of course, this is gonna be with only a 20% appearance, which means that more casuals are ruining Silver Wolves. Alright, they're more than 32% of the Silver Wolf mains. They just press the fun button and they have no idea what's going on, so it is what it is. Other than that, I would say that the Elation flagship is definitely in full swing as of this moment. Following that, which is gonna be the classic Asheville hyper carry, to no one's surprise because he's gonna be a version 4 DPS. Then Aha MC is gonna be kind of chilling. Fu Xuan, I don't know what bro is doing here, but I'm guessing she's probably getting wheelchaired for those that do not have Hue Hue, and just stuck Fu Xuan in purely for her, AoE crit rate. I think that's pretty much it, right? Then this is gonna be with another Sparksy main DPS, which is unfortunately not anywhere close to the performance of Evanesia and Silver Wolf. So, most of people are gonna be running Sparksy as a sub DPS, right? Aventurine, I'm guessing this is also gonna be the wheelchair, right? Because the very first half, which is Judge of Oblivion, Aventurine does pretty well. Because you're going to be able to get a lot of shields, which you can help break a lot of toughness bar, and you hit a lot of AoE, so you can keep doing the follow-up attack. So I think eventually is just very, very nice for Night 1 or Apoc 1. Then Fake! Yo, ladies and gentlemen, the strongest fucking DPS in the entirety of HSR makes a instant fucking comeback as the strongest non-version 4 DPS, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Can we get a clappy? Yo, can we get a clappy right now, bro? That is the strongest non-version 4 DPS, guys. The strongest of the strongest non-version 4 DPS and a generational 35-3-5 AV clear, which is absolutely fucking exceptional, even after the fucking release of Mortonix Blade as well as Asheville. Fei Xiao once again proves to be an absolutely fucking insane DPS. So I'ma just keep it a buck, ladies and gentlemen, right? This is basically the face of HSR at this point. So if you have not invested in Fei Xiao, you should be investing.
The greatest Fei Xiao agenda pusher that has ever lived.
E0 by the way, not even with E2, that is in fact with an E0, right? 2% usage rate, don't worry about it, right?
I thought the ad was on my Twitch now.
Sarah, thank you so much for the prime. That's very, very nice, right? So we literally have Fei Xiao out clearing the Remembrance flagship. What else do you need me to say, chat? She literally out cleared Remembrance flagship, bro. What else does she need to do to prove to you guys that she is in fact the strongest DPS? Can we get the strongest DPS in HSR? Yo, Cole, can we make a strongest DPS in HSR? And it's just Fei Xiao's elite Fei Xiao art. Strongest DPS in HSR. Like the one that we did for like Black Swan Pits. Or like Marvel, like you know what I'm saying? Okay, let's just get that. In any case, moving on from the strongest DPS in HSR, this is gonna be Avalon, right? That's gonna be pretty good. I mean, Remembrance is still doing very, very well at roughly a 68 to 56% appearance, which means that they are very, very popular with the masses. But a wise man once said, just because something is popular doesn't mean they are better. Clear case in point. Bada boom, bada bing, bada bang, right? Other than that, we have Cyrene still kind of chilling over here. Blade is actually doing very, very well as a wheelchair DPS. I do believe Lingsha over here is gonna be doing very, very well as well with the AoE heals as well as the toughness bar damage efficiency. If you are gonna be playing Sustain Break, you're probably gonna be better off with that. Gallagher, not too big of a discrepancy, frankly speaking, because it's only gonna be less than 50 AV. So if you still want to use Gallagher, especially against Cocolia, I think that's gonna be completely fine. DHPD kind of went down a little bit, but majority of all players are using DHPD. As a matter of fact, I think DHPD is still the definitive best options for, what's the guy? Judge of Oblivion. But it is just that Fu Xuan and Aventuring is just like so one guy, where DHPDs are probably just kind of the casuals flood the numbers, right? Just like how the casuals flood the numbers for the Remembrance special. But luckily for the Fei Xiao mains out there, the casuals will never come because casuals still think that Fei Xiao is not a good. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop glazing for 1 second. Ranmei is gonna be doing very, very well, not too shabby. And then we do have Firefly. So it appears that as of this moment, we have Aha Slop rank 1. Asheville main DPS, which is kind of like the alternative to the version 4. Completely fair. Fei Xiao. Alright, Fei Xiao. Remembrance Slop rank 5 as well as Break Slop rank 5. Did I say 5? Remembrance Slop rank 4, Break Slop rank 5, right? We do have this resurgence of Cardo. Oh my god, guys, we have a resurgence of car. Yippee! The 4% of car owners, whoever you guys are out there, thank you for bringing car back from the age of oblivion, because somehow car actually saw a little bit of play, which actually made her a little bit faster than Tribby. But to be fair, this is gonna be with an E0 Tribby, so it is what I do. Luocha is kind of just chilling. Gallagher is gonna be fine. HMC, ooh, so we do have, okay, to be completely fair for Akron, right, even though she lost, right, she got completely fucking destroyed, right, let's just be for real, right, let's just be for real, she got completely fucking destroyed, but she went from unclearable to 34, I guess. So it is still a 3,400 point improvement. Even if she got outshadowed by a 3,535 improvement, it is okay. But Acheron did definitely improve drastically with the inclusion of Mortonix Blade. Just like our couple of 4 guys out there running the baseline Steel Wolf with Acheron, still doing very, very well. Scylla also coming back in with the brand new buff, which is gonna be very, very good. Well, Yang. Okay, so I have been told by Sarah of the Lake that essentially no one actually uses Well Yang if you are gonna be not using a non-E4 Well Yang. So the buckles over here, it is gonna be purely E's, alright? Yeah, you guys are the minority of the Well Yang mains, by the way. So if you think this is relatable, apparently it's not, because wait, Sarah, where's the picture again? Can I please have the picture? Can I please have the picture again? Ah, there we go. Alright, there we go. Alright, so if you are a E0 Well Yang owner, just know that you are too unrelatable, right? Because majority, more than 70% of Well Yang users in this entire website, 70 by the way, have E4 well and above. So if you are literally running E0 through E3, you are the minority of the group. So it is what it is, right? Then our next out right here is gonna be quite a chill. Ooh, Sparkle. I mean, I don't think they actually fell off that hard. It is more so that a lot of DPS improved because, you know, they are just a better DPS, right? 3300 is still a clear. Okay, technically, if you want to count a full clear in Starward mode, you could say it's 34. But because God Rail is God Rail, unlike Zenless Zone 0, where you need to get 20k times 3, you can mix and match between all 3 teams. So even if you can't clear like 34 for a single team, I think it's okay, right, on average. Because your other team, you should be able to at least have at least one. Oh, wait, chat. Genuine question, right? Genuine question. Does any one of y'all watching this video or stream right now, you are playing Honkai Star Rail without a single flagship? Like, you have 0 flagships. You only play the alternatives. So like you play shit like DOT, right? Maybe you got a, I don't know. Okay, I don't think Final is really a flagship. So if you play Final, right, you play you play Rabba mains, right? Rabba mains, Jade mains, right? Yun Li mains, Fei Xiao mains, because Fei Xiao is not a flagship, right? I guess Aggro is not really a flagship because I can only consider Break as their sole flagship. And the Virtual is like Azure mains. Like, you do not have a single Break slop, Elation slop, Aha slop. Like 0 of the big 3, and you only play every other team HSR. I think for those players, you are either lying or you're lying. Because I'm pretty sure almost every single HSR player probably have at least one slop team. And it is not even a bad thing, by the way. It is okay to slop, right? It is okay to play slop teams, but don't have too much slop, right? A little bit of slop here and there is good for you. Just like my personal free-to-play account, Bob, we have a slop team, which is Remembrance slop, Mimo slop, right? But in other words, we are no longer indulging in our Aha slop because we are only gonna be focusing up potentially Himeko Nova or maybe the E1 Archer. So we're just gonna see. Does E6 Firefly count as a free-to-play account? What do you? Actually, you know what, chat? Whether you are free-to-play and whether you have E6 is not really correlated. Because no one said that as a free-to-play, you can't pull E6. And no one said that if you want to pull E6, you have to spend money. So if you want to play Honkai Star Rail by going all in for that one buckle, no one's stopping you, even as a free-to-play. The thing is, I see E6 investments in a gacha game, at least in HSR, like really not that worth it. Because the price of one E6 can be split into E2s and E1s. And from what I've seen in the past 3.5 years, is that I would rather have that E2s, E1s than a single E6. So that is basically my personal opinion. Maybe you could, but I don't think that is like the most efficient way of running your costs, right? Cost maxing wise only. In any case, my main DPS completely fell on the face of fucking earth to no one's surprise because I already called this for 10,000 years ago. That we have Black Swan, Ceredra, High Silence is not doing, so DOT in general is not doing too good so far, which is a little bit of a rough spot. Holy shit, man, Final is in a pickle, guys. Okay, wait, actually, as a matter of fact, can I see Finon's usage rate? Finon does not look to be in too good of a spot right now, bro. Where is the holy shit, guys! 53% of all Finon users have a E2 Finon, bro. Who broke to be using Finon? Because more than half of it. Oh, if you combine E2 all the way through E6, it's like 65%. Wait, it's almost 70% actually. 53, 55, 56, 56, 68, 67%, guys. Bro, 67% of all Finon mains have more than an E2 Finon, right? So that is just really interesting to know. So TLDR E0 Finon, it is what it is. Barbin, I'm not sure what she's doing. But the fact that Jiao Qiu actually outcleared Rabba it is purely because of the Acheron Embley wheelchair. Right, that's the only reason why bro's here. So it is what it is. Ooh. Oh, she is like dead, bro. Oh, she is dead. Wait, D Herta is the worst DPS in the entire Apocalyptic Shadows. That is just absolutely fucking insane. You spend all your free-to-play on free-to-play, that's really good. But bro, that is just really unfortunate in it. Because considering the fact that in Apocalyptic Shadows, they literally gave a buff for erudition, bro. They literally have this, bro. Damn, that is just crazy. Is D Herta actually completely fucking unplayable at this point at full E0? You should try D Herta on side 3. We'll probably do that for content. You know what? We will definitely do that for content tomorrow. But very unfortunate day for the D Herta mains with despite a dedicated erudition buff. How is Anaxa main DPS? Oh, he's fine. Okay, so the question really is, right? Is Anaxa the problem? Or is D Herta the problem? I'll let you guys think about it as a full photo, right? We are going to be moving on to the E2 category so as to see how that is going to be. Holy shit! At E2, bro, E2 Avanesia is clearing an entire 10 slots. Is it 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 slots higher than a E2 Silver Wolf. I don't know how the fuck that is even possible, but a 12 position gap is absolutely fucking ludicrous. Then we have a Ting Yun wheelchair all the way up by Avanesia. That's fantastic. We have E2 Silver Knight. Alright, Silver Knight. Alright guys, my brain is not really functioning because it's 1 AM. E2 Avanite at a 37.42 with a E2 Yao Guang. Very good. Sparksy is kind of chilling. Avanite into Cyrene is already good. Baby Herta actually doing quite well, I'm assuming with... Wait, is this a Baby Herta wheelchair? So they use Baby Herta just for the erudition buff, and then they just slept on whatever fuck ass team just for side 3. If not, how the hell are people using Baby Herta this much, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, you literally just go into side 3 Flame Weaver, slap on buff 1, and you just stick like a Baby Herta here. But you stick Baby Herta instead of Jiao Qiu. Just for the buff. That will be very interesting. But in any case, we have our E2 Asheville. Mose, very good. Casterist doing very nice. So our Elation Slop is competing quite well with Mimo Slop. Just that Silver Wolf's E2 is slightly underperforming. To be fair, also with the additional usage rate for the Silver Wolf casuals out there, right? Then we have our Asheville, that's great. All of the MCs, Hyacinth, Asheville, right? Every main DPS is absolutely exceptional.
Well, look at who is still top 5 main DPS.
Wow, would you look at that, guys? E2 Final coming straight back from the pits of Elo Hell after you activate the E2 Final. Getting himself, is it top 5 actually? So, okay, rank 1 is Avanesia, rank 2 is Avanite, rank 3 is Casterist, rank 4 is Silver Wolf, rank 5 is Asheville. So, actually, final is rank 6. But you know what? Rank 6, rank 5, rank 7, it doesn't really matter because E2 final is still doing very well, right? Which actually cleared a little bit faster than Firefly. Slightly faster than Firefly on average with a 33.63 versus 36.68, so that is gonna be done. So when we do have a little bit of hey, look at that, guys. Bro, objectively speaking, right? Objectively speaking, for both E0s and E2s, face... Bro, what agenda, bro? Do you think I own Prydwen? Do you think I just call Angela, yo, my man? Yo, you have to give face. Bro, I don't have any influence with Prydwen, right? So all these data, it is collected completely independently from their respective player base. Alright, and I'm just here as like the news reporter reporting on what is factually presented to me as a viewer, right? So I don't know what the fuck you're saying, because clearly, right, clearly, Fei Xiao is definitively speaking better than Acheron as a DPS. The end, right? The end. No more discussion. Zip, close, punch. It is what it is. Then Lingsha into Bubbin is very good. Budo actually doing quite well. Actually, in fact, doing better than Acheron, which is quite crazy. Black Swan, High Silence, right? All of the DOT. Yep, that's very good. Scylla is doing very, very well with a E2. So that's going to be quite nice. About E1 team, absolutely exceptional. Car is Car. Aventurine Sunday. Ooh. Our Archer is honestly slightly underperforming compared to his usual days back in those days. But I'm pretty sure you should be able to get a decent enough Archer clear on Flame Reaver if you can abuse the extra turn mechanics. Okay, but also, right, in full benefit of the doubt, not so much to like a specific unit, but this particular boss, which is Flame Reaver, the interactions for this fight is very, very interesting. And if you cannot make use of the extra turn from the clones, the results are like 90. Because the moment you can't kill that clone, it goes away. So you're missing out one entire turn, which is either skill points, damage, or energy. And like, it will compound on more and more and more the more you don't use the extra turn. So what I'm essentially trying to say is, this Apocalyptic Shadow data set, I would take this with a bigger pinch of salt because the skill ceiling, right? The skill ceiling and skill floor specific to Flame River Side 3, it is generally higher than other Apoc bosses. Because this boss is like, if you can make use of like the mechanics and the interaction, you can do some crazy fucking shit. Like our 4000 AV clear with a Nexa running E2 Sirene Mimo slop shit, right? So just a little bit of a disclaimer. But anyways, we're just gonna move on a little bit more. Repa is great, Jiaojiu is great. D Hera actually coming up with a little bit more. Oh, Yingli actually getting a little bit of a clear as well, which is really, really good. Aglaya is still gonna be fine. And then we have a Mighty Soul, very, very cool. Oh, you know what, at this point, just delete Argenti from the fucking game, bro, right? Bro doesn't even need to exist. I can just see Argenti in Honkai Nexus Anima. He doesn't need to be in Starward anymore, right? So and then what do? Let's just take a peek. Ooh, appearance rate wise, sustain is still gonna be the most. Okay, I feel like this is a very, very good way of seeing that majority of the data in Prydwen, it is definitely still dominated by more casual players, because if your top 3 usage rate, okay, maybe not the top 3 out of 4 is sustained, that means a lot of players, generally speaking, really rely on the comfort of running a sustained character, right? So sustains are the lifeline of Honkai casual rail. Then Yao Guang at 67.91% is the most popular unit in the entire rotation, because everyone is apparently playing the Aha slot, right? Then we have the Mimo slot coming in at 2nd place. Silver Wolf is very popular, which is way more popular than Evanescence, so it is what it is. Tribi is still chilling, Sparcy is still chilling, Dahlia with the break slot, very cool. Blade is a relatively popular. You know what, I actually don't think this is like a very popular statistic, because if on his launch version he's getting 28% as a quote-unquote a wheelchair support, right? As a wheelchair sub DPS, it means that going forward in the future, right, this appearance is only going to go down. Because the more you have dedicated teams, like in your Elation, okay, unless Himiko Nova uses it, right? If Himiko Nova makes use of M-Blade, then I think he can still play. But if it's not gonna be Himiko Nova, then it means that other teams will arise, and the usage rate for M-Blade as a wheelchair DPS, it is gonna be like lowered. Because there are more options now instead of running that wheelchair DPS, right? DOD is still doing I feel like DOD is always like, they're like a chill uncle, right? If there's like a family gathering, right? DOT, like these people are the chill uncles that appear at a party and they just do whatever they want to do, right? And they're just always there, giving out a lot of big aboba. Lingsha is gonna be chilling here with Evanesia Sunday. Saridra is still doing very well with Finance. Then Archer is gonna be around the same appearance as Acheron. We have a little bit of Azrael main DPS, Babin, Anexa, D-Herda, all that kind of stuff. Aglaya, ooh, so these are gonna be the purgatory. I'ma keep it a buck, bro. Back in my days, right? Back in my days, I really assumed that Saber is gonna be able to have a bright future, right? And maybe I thought that Saber is gonna have an even brighter future. But I just think it's a little bit unfortunate that it is gonna be a little bit unfortunate, right? Okay, let's just move on a little bit more, and then we're just gonna calm down a little bit, which is very good. Okay, character usage rate over time. So Evanesia and Silverwolf, they are like literally head to head in terms of who is the strongest elation DPS, and then Sparksy is trailing behind very closely. So basically, as long as you got yourself an elation team with Yao Guang, right, bro, don't let me catch you skipping Yao Guang, bro, right, as long as you got yourself an elation team with Yao Guang, you shouldn't be doing too badly in any of the Apocalyptic Shadow endgame content, so that is gonna be done. So Firefly actually outcleared Casters. That is insanely surprising. Firefly outclearing both Casterus, Avenite, and Hysolence is insanely surprising. So, not sure what that... Oh, it's good. Oh, Cocolia. Oh, Cocolia is dedicated for... Okay, Cocolia is shielding for Firefly. So, the moment Pollux comes back, Casual go back. You know what? That is gonna be very fair. Then we have Avenite, we have Archer, Boothill. Alright, that is bro. I keep calling him Bro Boothill because like he just reminds me of bro, right? So it is what it is. Rabbi is kind of wow, Finon is just not doing too good at E0, so it is what it is. I mean, this doesn't matter because we already saw from today's results that Fei Xiao is the better DPS, so I don't even care, right? It doesn't concern me, bro, right? It doesn't concern me, so that's gonna be done. So, but in any case, all the other things is gonna be done. So they're all gonna be dead, and then this is gonna be Black Swan, right? Coming in a little probably, and then we are just gonna have a little bit of Avenite, Sparksy, Asheville, and the rest of the units. Okay, TBH, right? I feel like that way, just needs to completely rework the specialist. Okay, not that way. Prydwen needs to rework the specialist category, because if the specialist category is literally just DOT plus version 4, then what is the point? There is no point, bro. So none of these other specialist units are gonna help you do anything. So you might just call this DOT and friends. DOT and new friends, right? So very interesting. Amplifier Yao Guang is definitively speaking the best elation support in the entire game, which is gonna be very good. Then we have RMC, or rather EMC. Fugue is coming in quite nice here, slightly outperforming Dahlia, and Blade with his latest performance coming in right above Cyrene by one, right? So I would hope to see Blade's performance going up even higher, which is gonna be really nice. Spargo HMC is kind of just chilling. Teep into Teep. Teep, very good. Ooh, Sunday is just... Ooh, that is just... Oh, you know what is the most interesting thing about this situation, right? The most interesting about this situation is, well, Yang is still fucking homeless, man. So I would say that this is definitely another sign that if you are gonna be part of Honkai Casual Rail, do not blindly go in and redeem an E4 Well Yang, because there's a very good chance you are probably not gonna be able to get a good performance with Well Yang. Because the only time I see people doing Well Yang is sustainless. That's pretty much it. He is a sustain, you don't take damage. And then you slap him on with M-Blade for taunt value. But the moment you run Well Yang with a sustain, his utility goes off by a lot. Because the action value delay, it really doesn't matter if you're already running a sustain, right? So I will highly advise casuals to think heavily before committing into a Well Yang, right? In any case, yeah, also because it's easier, right? Absolutely. Then we do have ourselves a Hue as rank 1, which is absolutely crazy. Then we have Fu Xuan as a 1 guy, DHP coming in at rank 3, eventually Lingsha. Higher seed actually fell off of top 5. Bro, the music is like so fitting, bro. Bro, the music is so fitting. It's like, oh, the death of Hyacinth. Oh. So with that, Hyacinth's time is officially done as the greatest sustain in the history of all sustains, as her throne is officially taken over by Hue fucking Hue, bro, right? 07s. In any case, bro, she's literally about to be in the same career as Gallagher, bro. That is just absurd. Alright, that is legitimately just absurd. So we're just gonna move on now a little bit more, and that is going to come into the final segment, which is our team comms. Alright, sort by cycles. Whoa! So the top 3-0 cycles in Apocalyptic Shadow is Firefly Sustainless without Fugue. Without Fugue against... Oh wait, it's 0. Oh, sorry guys, my bad. Oh wait, this failed. Okay, so it's Sustainless Firefly E2 on 3694 with this particular setup. And then if you go yourselves a E0, you just die, essentially, right? Then for final, same thing. If you're doing E0, you just die. But with a E2 Kevin Castellana, you slap this on with Sunday Babin Ceredra. Huh. I did not expect Sunday Babin. Okay, I didn't expect Babin. So Babin actually made into final teams for both rank 1 as well as rank 5, and they are slotting about the Sunday and Sparkle. Wait, but this team actually cleared faster. Oh wait, the sort by cycle is not based on the E1+. Oh, yo, Prydwen, can you please fix your algorithm to make it such as source by E1+? It's broken. I have to manually see. Okay, I will manually see then. Alright, I was manually see. Alright, 3867, 3863. Okay, I think 3863 is kind of like the highest. 3863. Okay, I think 3863 is the highest, guys. Who is the 3863 team? Oh, 3892. Oh, the rank 1 E1+ team for Apocalyptic Side 1 is none other than Acheron Asheville Blade Tribute, right? The strongest wheelchair in the entirety of all wheelchair. And then for night 2 is Fire Slop with an almost 3-9 clear running Fugue Dahlia Tribby and a Firefly. Do we have a 3-9? I wonder if there's a 3-9. Okay, I only there's a 3-9. Yeah, so that is gonna be the fastest clearing team on our side 2. And then lastly, for side 3, we do have ourselves 3-9? Bro, 3927 with DOT, chat. 3927 with DOT, which is kinda insane. Do I see a higher? Wait, do I see any higher? So I guess there are no other higher clearing teams at full E0 besides the 3927 DOT team with an RMC. But wait, chat. I have breaking news. Apparently there is a higher clear than 3-9, which is going to be by this little buckle right here. Is that a breaking news I see? Because I do believe, whoa, is that a 4,000 AV clear by this little buckle with a 4,000 AV clear running our E0 Anexa, E0 Saridra, E2 Evernite, and a E2 Cyrene. I am gonna fucking filter by Anexa, and if the 4,000 AV clear is not here, I know Prydwen is fucking broken. Alright, so these are like all peep that shit. Boom, bop. What? What? Oh. Bro, where's the 4,000, bro? Bro, that is E2 plus, by the way. E1 plus. Oh, that is crazy. That is legit crazy. Alright, I didn't mean to laugh, but that's crazy. Okay, but unfortunately, it appears that Prydwen does not have the greatest 4,000 AV clear by this little stream over here. So I'm just gonna send this link to Antler and make sure that bro is gonna be able to include this in his website next time. But with that being established, let's just take a look at the most popular. Oh, just drag my entire team. Actually, you know what, you're right. The one guy that is in fact your streamer. So if you ever wonder who is that one guy, you are looking at twitch.tv/MrPokke. That is the one guy, right? That is in fact the one guy in the entire data sample size, if I can say so myself, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely fucking incredible. Absolutely fucking Mr. One, right? So with that being, I'm really happy, right? I'm really happy. The most popular team is essentially Elation, Remembrance. And if you do not want to play Elation, you have Elation, Break, DOT as the top 4 most popular. But I see a lot of Silver Wolf teams in general, which means that Silver Wolf is actually just way more popular than Evanesia. Because for every single one of these variations with Silver Wolf, it is considered another Silver Wolf team call. Whereas for Evanesia, it is like way more restrictive, right? You basically slap bro on with Yao Guang, and then that is your team, right? Then you have EMC, and then your sustain is either DHPD or a Huang, right? So that will be Dunzo over there, right? The 3 for Kevin Castellana, a very fitting cycle, if I can say so myself. But we do have a lot of Mimo Slop enjoyers, which is just very good to see as well. Then D Herda, oh my god. Man, this team is not okay, bro. Wait, actually? D Herda. Oh my. Okay, this team did pretty good though. Yo, 3802 sustainless D Herda with a baby Herda. Right, that is a pretty good clear. Holy shit, the M-Blade wheelchair. Okay, 3832. That is a really good clear. Do we have a better 3832? Nah, I think that. Yo, what the fuck is that, chat? Who the fuck did that? Bro, The best Herda clear literally used her as a motherfucking wheelchair for the erudition respan buff just to clear with Evanesia, Yao Guang, and Tribby. That is legitimately fucking insane. So, well done, right? Well done. Thank you, Evanesia, for carrying the Herda's dead body. Other than that, oh, I don't think we see anything else. Yeah, I don't think we see anything else. Okay, wait, chat. Before we wrap up this video, because we have been yapping for quite a while. Can we do this like both units at the same time? Is it possible? What? Oh, that's crazy, bro. How the fuck is that even? Instead of battling as a different teams, Fei Xiao and Acheron conducts heavy Sesbian decks. And I basically watch my wife fucking another woman. Oh, but that is very, very interesting for the 3AR. Let's see what about this. Bro, what the fuck? There's so many. Wait, is this a legit team? There's a 3935 clear, by the way. And then we have a 3853. What the fuck is that, though? Barbin, Dahlia, Acheron, Fei Xiao. Oh my bro, I'm so fucking confused. I'm so fucking confused. Okay, what about this? Okay, this one doesn't exist. Wait, but these two teams are like really, really interesting. Especially this team. How the fuck is this gonna work? It's like super break, follow up attack, nihility, 100% action value advance. And they still clear with a 37-2-2 against Cocolia. Which is bro, I wonder if we have like other crazy ass fucking teams, bro. Okay, hear me out. Fine on my day. For the lore accurate thingy. I wonder if it exists. No such thing, guys. No such thing. Okay, wait, chat. Name me one other crazy team. Name me one other crazy team. Silverwolf Evanesia is so normal, bro. Cause you just need to step on E2. Both of them work very, very well. It's a running rare buff Firefly. Let back know this. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure rare buff Firefly is still a thing, right? Oh shit, rare buff Firefly died. Oh, rare buff Firefly died, guys. It is no longer a thing. Xue E super break. Hey, that's a good clear though. With the power of, I'm guessing E1 Dahlia, E2 Fuke. 36, 34. That is pretty good. Oh, this is dead. That's also not too shabby. Sustainers on the Xue Yi. Pitch Dark Hook the Great. Yeah, I don't think she's too great. Get it? Subscribe for more jokes. One last team, right? One last team. Oh, E2 deal. Okay. Oh my god, who the fuck is using this, bro? Wait, this guy is ruining DHPT and Sunday score, bro. Bro is literally sabotaging DHPT, and is this by a Sparkle main? It's a Sparkle main intentionally bringing down Sunday's performance, right? There's no other fucking explanation for this, so absolutely exceptional. Okay, that is gonna be done. Okay, we do have one clear here, which is not too shabby, right? 3-4-2-9, which is absolute. Look at Ling Sharp. Okay, we check legit last team, guys, because I have a little bit of dust to settle. Some might say a brown dust. Ooh, okay. There's a lot of link shots actually. Okay, very, very nice. Actually, as a matter of fact, Cocolia is kind of waves. Okay, we basically have a lot of link shot clears, right? Yo, this team did a 3927. Lingsha, Tribby, and Blade Asheville. Holy. Really incredible. Really incredible. Right? Okay, chat, you know what's crazy? Like, whenever y'all see an incredible clear, holy, insane clear, that's a valid response, right? That's a valid response, right? Then what about this, though? Bro, can I get some glazing right now? Bro, this should take us 1 hour, by the way. It took us 1 hour. Can I please get my glazing right now, bro? 0 E6, by the way. It is with full E0 on Nexa Serija. Slap on E2 side. W, yay! Oh, it could be better. Oh, it could be better. Oh, wait. Bro, you need to tell me this, right? Wait, you need to tell me this. Hey, so how could it be better? Tell me, how would you like to improve a 4000 AV clear? How could it be better? Name me an example of how it could be better. Right? Oh, a Nexa solo. I see. I'm afraid you have mistaken this from Wuthering Waves, right? This is not where you solo dungeon hologram 6. It is a different game. Door is that way for both ZZZ and Wawa. But in any case, chat, I think with that, see how many E2 Sirini havers? Oh, right. I am guessing there are more E2 Sirini owners than E0 at this point. What?
The greatest, unrelatable Honkai star rail player that has ever lived.
No, we gotta change that, guys. Bro, we gotta change that. Right, we gotta change that. Bro, by next Sirenes, because to be fair, people didn't know. Right, people didn't know. Right? Bro, by next Sirene banner, bro, we are gonna come back. This number is gonna flip, right? We are gonna make 67% of all Sirene owners go all the way up to the E2 Sirene. Bro, look at the difference, by the way. Bro, we are talking a 5.11 cycle. 1/5 the duration to a 1.33, bro. For 2 costs. That is a little bit crazy. I don't even think Finon has that glow, by the way. So we went from a 5 to a 1, right? We went from a 5 to a 1. Even Kevin Castellana's E2, I don't believe you have that big of a improvement in terms of your overall clear cycle right here. But, bro, look at that, guys. Bro, it's a 7 to a 3. Okay, but to be fair, 7 cycle is really bad. That is really bad. But it's a 7 to a 3, bro. Whereas for God Rini, Big Mimi, it was a 5 to a 1, right? So with that, I am going to end off this very first ever Starward mode performance data spreadsheet by your most hardworking HSR guy, which is basically the only HSR guy at this point. Let me know what you guys think and thoughts and comments down below. Word of the day is going to be 4,000 video right here. Join Discord. Use code POKE. Your 10% off gamers off all the best. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.